Hello everybody, my name is Avidas Capital. I hope you are doing alright. So I'm sorry that I didn't make the last 2 weeks videos. I got a bit of a cold. Like 1 month ago also I got a cold. This time again, but this time it was much harder. I also had a bit of fever, and I was staying at home, so not pretty nice. But yeah, now I'm feeling a lot better, so I thought I can make this video. And now one of my goals till end of this year is to work on my my overall state, that I don't get that often yeah, sick again, because it's always not that nice if you get sick, because you fall into some bad patterns, like you just lay the whole day on your bed and you can't work or do anything productive. So yeah, I will try to stay as healthy as I can over the course of this year and make this a very nice year. So let's talk now about the markets. We are now 3 weeks into this new year, 4 weeks now, and we have broken new all-time highs on TradeFi. So as you can see, as the S&P 500 traded today at $4,900. We have never seen that in the history of the S&P 500. Also the Nasdaq is breaking a new all-time high. Yeah, tipping the $18,000 area, and the Russell 3000 is also near all-time high. So as you can see, small caps are also getting a bit of a rally now currently. So yeah, let's look at some data that is coming out this week. We had today flash manufacturing PMI, which was, well, pretty good. We got a 50 manufacturing PMI, and the forecast was 47, so pretty bullish. Service PMI also better than expected. Yeah, those data points point out that the economy is not slowing down as many people think, and that the economy overall, the overall state of the economy is looking not that bad. So many people are now thinking that we could get into recession, but looking at the evidence of this data, we can clearly see that we are not going into a recession for now. Maybe that could change over the next months. So tomorrow we are getting the GDP data. This can also be pretty interesting to see where the overall economy state stands. But yeah, the last print was pretty good with 5% GDP growth. Tomorrow we have a forecast of 2%. I think that data could be very interesting for the markets. So let's wait and see what happens with the markets. So yeah, now let's get on to Bitcoin. It's now have been some time since I made my last video. I think it was at the beginning of January, not June, that I made the last video, and that was, I think, on the 2nd of January, so when we were around this 45,000 area. I was on that video vocally bullish because I thought that we were gonna break out. After that we saw a small liquidity flush, and till the ETF we also got some bullish price action. But as I mentioned over the last 4 or 5 videos, I was vocally bearish, and I was thinking that we are now getting into a distribution zone. I talked a lot on my timeline that we are currently trading at this range from January 2022 till May 2022. So the area around 44,000 and 37,000. I was talking about that on the last videos, and as I thought, now the trend was slowing down on Bitcoin, And yeah, we came here to this 47,000 area where we built that high in March 2022, where we just swept the high on the 10th of January when the ETF got approved, and came back down. So yeah, I didn't capitalize on this move. I didn't take a short, but I de-risked on my long positions, and I also sold some spot. I sold some coins. So yeah, I de-risked myself on a not as much as I would have liked to de-risk myself, but I de-risked a bit of my positions. Sorry. So yeah, since the ETF approval, we had a market or momentum shift. Since then, we were just building lower highs followed by lower lows, and this market structure trend is now ongoing. So yeah, as I also mentioned on my last videos, there are two areas where I want to buy or where I want to bid on Bitcoin. So this 38,000 area, which is the range low of this macro range that I talked about, this could act as a support over the course of the next days or weeks, where we can see, or where we could see, an price shift. But yeah, till then I'm waiting. And if this doesn't hold, this 38,000 area, I think if we get into this area, there could be a scenario where you get here into this 38,000 and you make like a pretty aggressive liquidity flush where the open interest just falls like 10-15%. Then you can see that the sellers are stepping into the market, and you get that pretty deep wick, and then the market just keeps going to the upside. So yeah, this is one scenario that I'm looking for on Bitcoin, but I think that wick, that all destroying wick, could go much lower, so maybe around this 34,000 area, but then it must be bought up quickly. In the other case, we will just see a downtrend to 31,000. So that we just keep slow grinding into this area, and then we just maybe range around that area. But yeah, those are my two options that I currently have for buy the dip opportunity on Bitcoin, and most important on altcoins, because of Bitcoin just now bleeds 10% or 20% lower. Altcoins will bleed a lot more than Bitcoin. So yeah, that are my current thoughts on Bitcoin, what I'm currently thinking. Yeah, let's look at some altcoins where I'm thinking about. So yeah, on my last video I talked about two longs, two swing longs that I was taking. One of them was APE. I got fucked on this one. I can say it vocally. On the 3rd January, I was big on the profit on this one, but yeah, through this liquidity flush, I got stopped out on this trade with a decent loss. So yeah, I scaled back into this trade and closed most of it with a small win. But looking at the momentum, I don't think this is going in the near future to the $5 area that I was looking at back then. So yeah, but I think it's also an interesting coin for the future. I will just hold it, I will just keep it on my timeline or on my watch list, and will look over the course of the next weeks or months on this one, and maybe build another per position. So yeah, a second position that I had, I think it was ICP I closed down. Ethereum I had also here a swing long. but got also fucked on the 2nd of January, 3rd of January. So I lost a decent amount of my perp portfolio on the 3rd January. But that's the game. I didn't do proper risk management on some positions, and this is how I got fucked. But yeah, that's the market. There are some months or weeks where you will just eat drawdown, and there is important that you don't fuck yourself up. So yeah, I also opened a small swing long last week, but I closed it break even because the momentum shift on Bitcoin was pretty clear. So yeah, I also think that Ethereum will get its narrative now that we are going to get most likely the approval also on the Ethereum ETF. I also think that Ethereum has some catch up to do. So yeah, I will hold this, or I would look to long this over the course of the next weeks or months. So yeah, that are my current thoughts on the market. I will look to make another video this week talking about my spot positions that I currently have. What is there my current idea? Here are some coins that I'm looking at, and how I'm scaling into those positions. I can talk about some in the detail, but yeah, I think that's the topic for another video. I think I will do this over the next days. My 4 main positions that I'm building up on spot. So yeah, that were my current thoughts on the market. As I mentioned, I'm sorry that I didn't make a video last week and the week before, but yeah, my health was more important than this project. So yeah, but now that I'm back, I will look to do some more videos on this channel. So I thank you a lot, guys, for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed this, and as I mentioned, this week I will do another market outlook. So yeah, don't get yourself fucked in the market, because now we're getting into this choppy price action where most people think we are trending, but we are just slowly grinding to the downside. So don't ruin your trading account, and don't buy every dip that you get, because I think that you will get some major buying opportunities over the course of the next weeks or months, and I think that the uptrend will continue. But I'm also open for the possibility that we are not going to trend higher. But as it stands, I'm not bearish. I'm just looking to position myself on some spot plays. So yeah, guys, I thank you a lot, and I wish you a very nice start into this week. We are now in the middle of the week, but I hope you can do your shit, and yeah, I wish you all a nice day. See you guys.